My fiancé told me at her own birthday party, I'm only marrying you for the visa. Once I get citizenship, I'm flying back to Nico in Milan. He's the love of my life. You're just a green card with legs. My fiancé told me at her own birthday party, I'm only marrying you for the visa. Once I get citizenship, I'm flying back to Nico in Milan. He's the love of my life. You're just a green card with legs. When I just stood there sipping my drink, she shoved my shoulder. Did you hear me? I said I don't love you. I never have. I took another sip and said, yeah, I heard you. Can we talk logistics tomorrow? Your cake's almost ready. See, what Vivian didn't know was that I'd been sleeping in our guest bedroom for 2 months trying to figure out how to end things. She was stunning, the kind of woman who stopped traffic and started arguments in the same breath, but living with her was like being inside a reality TV show that never got canceled. Everything was a production. She once made me drive to 3 different grocery stores because the avocados at the first 2 didn't have the right energy. She got into a screaming match with a barista over oat milk temperature, actual screaming, in a Starbucks, at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday. She returned a couch we'd waited 6 weeks for because it didn't match the aesthetic frequency of our living room. I still don't know what that means, but leaving was impossible. We'd signed a lease on a $3,200 a month apartment. Her name was tangled into my car insurance, my phone plan, even my gym membership. I'd sponsored her visa paperwork, which meant breaking up could trigger an immigration review haunting us both for years. My dad had given her our family heirloom necklace, the one my grandmother brought from Ireland in 1962, because he said she's family now. I was handcuffed by paperwork, expectations, and a 62-year-old necklace. So when Vivian announced at her birthday party, 3 bottles of Prosecco deep, that she'd been using me as a human visa application, I almost hugged her. Instead, I set down my drink and said, okay, let's do this smart. I'll contact the immigration lawyer Monday. We file a mutual dissolution, so neither of us gets flagged. You keep the apartment through the lease. I take the car since it's in my name. We split the joint account 50-50, and I need my grandmother's necklace back by Friday. Vivian stared at me. Why aren't you upset? Because you just handed me the cleanest exit I couldn't figure out on my own. Honestly, Vivian, this is the best birthday present you could have given me. She did not like that. Over the next 6 weeks, we unwound our lives with the precision of accountants closing a fiscal year. I moved into my friend's spare room. She kept the apartment. The lawyer separated everything cleanly. We told people we grew apart due to cultural differences, which technically wasn't even a lie. My family took it well. Dad was upset about the necklace until I showed it to him safely back in its box. My sister actually thanked me because she'd been dreading planning a bridal shower around Vivian's 14-page vision document that included a live string quartet and a custom fragrance station. Here's where it gets good. Vivian flew to Milan 3 weeks after the paperwork cleared. Showed up at Nico's door with 2 suitcases, a rehearsed speech, and expectations the size of the Duomo. Nico answered with his actual girlfriend standing behind him, a 25-year-old named Chiara, who'd moved in 8 months earlier. Turns out Nico's romantic late-night WhatsApp messages were just him being friendly and Italian. His exact words, according to the mutual friend who watched the whole disaster unfold from the hallway. Vivian called me from Milan Malpensa airport, sobbing. I think I made a horrible mistake. I said, I think you made several, but they're yours now. Safe travels, Vivian. She asked if she could stay at the apartment when she landed. I reminded her the lease was in her name and wished her luck. Meanwhile, I'd gotten to know Nora, a vet tech who lived below my friend's place. She introduced herself by bringing up homemade soup when she heard me coughing through the floor. Our first date was walking around a lake sharing gas station coffee. Our most expensive dinner has been $34 at a Thai place she loves. Our biggest disagreement is whether dogs or cats make better emotional support animals. Last week, Nora told me she'd never been with someone so emotionally uncomplicated. I nearly choked on my pad thai. If she only knew that 4 months ago, my fiancé announced to a room full of people that I was a green card with legs, and I responded by calmly requesting the return of a 62-year-old Irish necklace.